Namaste. My name is Dorothea Otto from Niramaya Yoga. This morning at Cabo de Rama I will show you a little morning session to activate especially the Anahata Chakra. So put yourself a mat on the floor. You need one blanket and the rest loose clothes that you feel comfortable. Then bring yourself in Samastiti. Samastiti is the standing position. You can bring your feet around hip width apart or a little bit closer. Then shift your weight on your heels outside of the feet and your balls and stretch your toes wide. Put them on the floor. And the weight is around 90% on the heels and 10% on the balls. Release your knees slightly and then bring your pelvic upright. The lower ribs and these little bones which facing forward, they should be in one line. Open your heart a little bit to the sky and then lift your crown chakra area up to the sky too. Wide shoulders, spread your fingers and then feel this powerful asana, Samastiti. Observe your breath. Now, bring your arms up in Tadasana. While you're practicing Tadasana, you always be aware to bring your lower ribs back. They shouldn't go forward. Always try to keep the weight, as I said, 90-10, and keep the lower ribs back. Shoulders away from the ears and long neck. And again, observe your breath. And from here, let yourself go like a wide bow to the side right. In Anahata Chakra. Again, 90-10 on the feet is the weight and the lower ribs go back. The stretch you feel on the left side from the heel to your fingertips. Inhalation, come up. Center yourself in Tadasana. And then bend yourself to your left side. Feel the stretch on the right side. Again, keep your weight 90-10 on your feet and feel the stretch. Right side now. From the heel to the fingertips. Observe your natural breath. And then come back. Open your arms. And then go down to Uttanasana. In Uttanasana, you should always try to keep a very straight back. I show you from the side. When you're going down, try to avoid to curve this lower back and lengthening the lower back. Again, you can shift your weight a little bit more on your heels so that your toes are free to spread out and to be activated. From here, center your hands in Namaste in front of your heart and then twist yourself to the right side. Place your elbow on your right knee and turn your head up to the sky. Look up right side. Observe your natural breath. Then change side. Place your right elbow to the left knee. Twist and gaze up to the left side. Long neck, 90-10 in your feet, and observe your natural breath. Wide shoulders and long neck. And then come back and come into Uttanasana. Let your head hang down. Relax your shoulders. If you can reach, you can bring your hands under your feet. Otherwise, you just let your hand hang down. Or if you wish, you interlock your arms, which is also very nice. Observe your natural breath. And again, the weight is 90% on the heel and just 10% on your 4 feet. Release your knees a little bit. If you have interlocked your arms, now change the interlocked side. And observe your breath, natural breath. Then bring your hands to your hips. And again, come into Uttanasana. Shoulders away from the ears and a very straight back. Long neck. 90-10 on your feet. Observe your natural breath. And then come up, Samastiti. Now we go on with our flow for the Anahata Chakra. You need your blanket and you bring yourself in Vajrasana. Some people cannot easily sit in Vajrasana because it hurts here in this side of on the front of the feet. For that you can roll the blanket so that you have a little support there. It depends. For some people they need really thick roll, some people less. Check what you need. Even sometimes it can be good to have a little cushion between your heels and your bum. In Vajrasana, you bring your heels to the outside and then we start from here again with a flow for Anahata Chakra. By inhaling, you bring your arms up And while exhaling, down. Observe your natural breath. Once inhaling comes, you go up. And once exhaling is coming, you go down. In this movement, you always keep your spine erect. The tendency while you're inhaling to move the lower ribs forward, especially when you go up, don't cultivate that. Try to keep it back, connected with this bones from the pelvic area, and always try to bring your lower ribs back. And this little forward-looking bones from the pelvic area, bring them a little bit upright so that you have a very straight and long back while you practice. So by inhaling, it keeps straight. And while exhaling, it's still straight. Just follow your own natural breath. Inhaling up, and all the chest gets very nice open, and then exhaling down. And after 5 times, up to 10 times, when you're very nicely in your natural flow of the breath, from here you just twist yourself. Open your hand and lengthening your neck, and try again to keep your spine completely straight. Like if you put some little diamonds dust to your back, and you can smile, and you can again observe the natural breath. Then from here, come up and twist to the other side with again long neck and a centered shoulder by putting this little diamond dust to your back. Both shoulders center away from the ears, and a long neck and an erect spine. And again, observe your natural breath. From here, come back up and lengthening your back, spine, and then bring your hands in prayer position behind your head. Open your elbows and keep your neck straight. Sometimes it happens that it goes forward. Try to bring it back in a long line with the spine. If you can't practice the prayer position, you can also bring your hands in fist behind your head like this. Sometimes even this is complicated. Then you just stay here. Always practice in your own limit. Observe your natural breath. It's breathing you. And stay a little longer with a very straight spine. It makes a big difference if you bring your lower ribs back or if they shift forward. And then from here, come up. Bring your hands in front of your heart and interlock your fingers. And then pull the elbows to the outside. Long neck. Again, the straight spine. The Anahata Chakra area is upright. Towards the sky. Your heart opens towards the sun. Wide shoulders. Long neck. And then change side. Interlock again the fingers like this. The hands. Pull your elbows to the outside and the shoulders away from the ear. Long neck. Your little crown chakra area is completely upright to the ceiling, to the sky. And you observe your natural breath. You can always bring your gaze point in front of the horizon to a stable point. In yoga it's called Drishti. And then from here, place your hands down on your upper legs. And observe for a moment the sensations in your back, upper back and chest area. And then bring yourself into the child pose, which is also called Balasana or Yoga Mudra. For that you can take away the cushion, roll under your feet. This you don't need. And then go down over your knees and place your hands to the front. If you prefer or to feel more comfortable at your breast area, you can also slightly open your knees a little bit. The big toes stay together, but your knees are a little bit open. Then you place your breast area a little bit between and let yourself sink down. To give a little bit more intensive opening to your upper back and the chest, you can bring your hands in a prayer position behind your head and you move the elbows a little bit forward. So your bum is towards your heels and your elbows a little bit shifted forward and hands in prayer position.
Observe your natural breath and opening of your chest sides. You can stay there for 5 more breaths, but if you feel uncomfortable in this position, you easily can also go back a little bit and place your hands in a fist over each other and your forehead on this fist. This is mostly convenient for the people when they can't reach more down. You try whatever suits you, maybe just 2 fists beside each other, or one hand over the other hand, or this prayer position with the elbows forward, yeah? From here, move on with your hands back into the posture which we can call also rabbit. Interlock your fingers behind your back and then put the little rabbit ears up towards the sky and observe natural breath. Shoulders away from the ears. And really pull this pointing finger towards the sky, towards the ceiling. And then come up as someone is pulling you. And back to Vajrasana. You don't need to place now this cushion roll under your feet because we go on to Chakra Bakasana. For that you can bring your hands under your shoulders and the knees are under your hips, hip width. And lengthening first your completely back and spine and neck, shoulders sink into this muscle pan. You can see centered shoulders. I show you the difference. Often you end up like this. This is not a centered shoulder and it will cause problems if you practice this. You should always try to center the shoulder in the muscle pan. And lengthening your neck properly. There's also a little movement which happens often. It goes down. Because head is kind of heavy weight. It's 3 to 5 kilograms. So try to bring it in a long line with the spine. For Chakra Bakasana, you curve your back up and down. You can follow your natural breath. If you feel exhalation, if you feel inhalation, choose one of these directions as you feel comfortable with. If this should get any problem in your lower back, you can use a little bit your Mula Bandha, which is the pelvic floor also. So you can use a little bit your pelvic muscles to support your lower back, not too much. Bending there. And in your own natural breath, you go up and down. And from here, you bring your right arm down. The shoulder is on the floor, and then you open the left arm so that you have a long stretch on the left side. Put your weight more back so that it does not go too much on your head. And observe your breath. And then other side, you go for the same move to the other side. Bring your lower shoulder down. Open the other arm so that this side of the chest is open. And stay there for up to 5 natural breaths. Back into stable posture, and from here place your feet, lift the toes on the floor, lift your knees, bring your weight over your heels and come into Ardha Mukha Svanasana. Shoulders away from the ears, long and straight spine, and then take your right hand and place it on the left heel. If you can't reach, it's no problem. You can also go just to your knee. Observe your breath. Observe the sensations. And then change the side. Ardha Mukha Svanasana. And then twist. Shoulders away from the ears. Observe your natural breath. And if you can't reach to here, no problem. You can always take the calf muscle. Now, bring your hands back to Uttanasana again. Take your toes with your 2 fingers and the thumb and bring your elbows wide. If this is not possible for you, you just bring your hands to the side of your legs and again wide shoulders, wide elbows. Bring your bum down. Tadasana, we go up. Long back. And here the breath. Inhalation up and exhalation down as we did in Vajradasana, this time in Samasthiti. Shift your weight 90-10 on your feet, 90% on your heels and 10% on the 4 feet. Follow your own natural breath. Lower it
hips stay back. Especially when you go up, you have to observe a little bit and bring them or hold them back. Two times more with inhalation up and exhalation down. Breath is the master of the asana. Bring your hands in front of your heart and say thank you to yourself and to the universe for this beautiful morning practice.